Welcome back to We Connect. We continue our conversation with karate expert Shihan Seg, who doesn't really want to be known as a karate expert alone. So, do you want to be known as a world record holder in many, many different things, plenty of which are entirely crazy to someone like me?
Well, they're crazy to you, they're crazy to a lot of other people. There's a very thin line between a crazy person and a genius, you know that.
Well.
So I would say that I don't want to be known as a world record creator or a breaker of world records. I want to be a human being who's going to be remembered as a great creator. When I say creation, you need to do new things. And when you want to do new things, you want to do something that nobody else has done. For example, when I wanted to have 4 poisonous cobras bite my hands, and with the venom racing to my heart, I wanted to break 200 tiles and have a rock smashed on me. This is a completely creative new thing. How on earth a madman, see, nobody would like to get bitten by a cobra. In fact, when after the cobra bite, when I was rushed to the hospital, the doctor said, what happened? He said, he's bitten by a cobra. A cobra? No, more cobra. 4 cobra? How can 4 cobras bite a man at the same time? So people who listen, to people who listen and who don't think, probably it might look as a crazy act. But for me, it meant a demonstration of what fear and the conquest of fear is all about. When you say fear, how do you symbolify it? I wanted to symbolify it because they said in Tamil, Pamendral Padaya Nadungam. So I wanted people to know that by a mere cobra bite, you don't die. You can still survive if you're cool and take an antivenom after you want to do something that you want to do. So after a cobra bite, I still went on to do a 200 tiles smash with my forehead. And it is a record that nobody else has tried. The first thing that everybody wants to know is, do the snakes have venom? Do they have the fangs? A big battery of press people, including you were there to check out whether in front of a herpetologist whether it has venom or fangs. When I said I want to show to people that people must be courageous, how do I show to people that I'm courageous? So I wanted to demonstrate that even after you put 140 liters of gasoline on yourself and set yourself ablaze, and you can sit in the huge inferno for 30 seconds and come out alive and uninjured.
But Shihan, what's the point of doing all this? What are you trying to prove?
I'm trying to tell people that by learning karate, you can acquire these various qualities of courage, of tolerance, of self-control, of patience, of immense bravery. How do I tell people? Trust me, after these events, thousands of students started coming into my dojos in droves. So I'm trying to promote. See, if you look at it, the greatest of all martial artists have in some way or other demonstrated great feats. The greatest of all martial artists, Mas Oyama, used to break huge boulders of ice with his forehead. He used to chop off the horn of a raging and racing bull. We had this Gogun Yamaguchi kill a bear lion with his bare hand. It is just conquest of fear, not the absence of fear. Karate is all about conquering fear. Everybody has some kind of a fear or the other. If I say I'm fearless, I'm saying
lying. You're
lying. I'm lying.
Right.
Nobody is fearless. You only conquer fear.
Right. In the recent years, you've also taken to archery in a very big way. So where did the interest suddenly go, and how did you suddenly get interested in archery?
It's not suddenly. It didn't come suddenly. I in fact neglected it for many years. My great-great-grandfather, Sayyid Haji Tajuddin, was the equestrian archery instructor for the Pandya kingdom, for the Sandra Pandyan. It's all recorded history, and my father was also a great archer. They were used to this traditional archery. But somewhere down the line in Tamil Nadu, the 2 families, the Odeya families and the Hazi families were the last families to do archery. I somehow never took up to archery. My father was the last person who was a good archer after my father's death. Some of his students, they taught me archery, but then later on, when I really wanted to get back to archery, at one point of time, I found out that there were no archery schools and no academies teaching archery in Tamil Nadu.
So you've started doing that now?
So I went around to all the sports bodies and asked them, what the heck? Then they said, well, we don't know how. I said, how can you not have? They said, well, don't talk like that. Why don't you start? That was the day I decided I'm going to start archery, promote archery, and now we have a mission written clear, Mission Olympics. Where there is a will, there is a way. When we say will in Tamil, will is, like the bow. So, and now, trust me, just within about 4 years of it's 18 years since we've been doing archery, but 4 years in a big way we're doing, and now President of the Archery Association is Balasubramanian Adityan, and with his support, now we started doing it the right way, and trust me, a boy from Tamil Nadu has become the #1 archer in the country. Chinnaswamy Sridhar is the number one archer.
We met him, yes.
So, and it's not a faraway dream when we will definitely win a medal in the Olympics.
I'm almost tired as I talk with you about the many different things that you do. Now, can I ask, what do you have up your sleeve? What's the next thing you're going to come up and surprise us with?
Right. Well, when you say surprise, it has to be a surprise. But then I know where my life is going. The next thing I think that I am going to be a star director in movies, number one. And I see that from there it's going to take on to politics. I'm sure somewhere down the way politics is up there. I've been offered by a few people to fight elections and to get into politics. I have strongly said no. And then I think at the end I will end up somebody like Maharishi Mahesh Yogi or
I don't believe, I'm sorry, Shihan, I don't ever believe that would happen with somebody like you, because you caught danger, you caught the limelight, you caught the headlines.
I think that is the quality of a modern day God man. They quote headlines, they need to be daring, they need to be doing all this kind of
When in the present context of where we are sitting and the way we are talking, I can understand where you're coming from.
Trust me.
But be serious with me, tell me.
Trust me, I'm being very serious. I've got the entire profile of a great God man. For all that you know, sometime in the future, we'll be having another conversation and you'll be conversing with Swami
Oh no,
Hussain.
they might not be too happy hearing that. But there's a lot that's going on today, and you yourself have been very vocal, very outspoken. How in the world do you get involved with giving an opinion on many different things?
I'm a human being, and as you said, that I have different sides to me. So I think I have every right in a democratic country like this to give any opinion on any subject. I'm daring. I care a damn for anybody.
Yeah, it's probably because you are fearless.
Absolutely not fearless. I have conquered fear.
Oh, you've conquered fear, right?
I care a damn for any consequences. Trust me. When I feel that I need to do something or say something, I would go ahead and say that and do that. Trust me, in a Muslim community, there are no sculptors in the country or in the world who would dare to do statues. You know, Islam was founded on the very premise that it's anti-idol. Yes. I'm doing statues. In fact, I was given armed protection because one militant who was captured in Delhi had me on the number one list. I was given armed protection for 7 months. I want to do statues. I mean, it's my democratic right to do the things that I want to do.
So what is the one thing in your own lifetime that you're absolutely sure about in terms of what you've done and in terms of what you want to do? Now, I know you want to be a star director, as you've said. Of all the things that you've achieved over your lifetime, and there's still plenty of lifetime left for you, what is it? What's the one thing that makes you proud of what you've done?
I'm very, very proud of being a social worker. There's another part of me that you do not know. I did my post-graduation in social work, and in anything that I've done, I've always espoused a social work message, a social message to people. There have been a lot of things that I have been doing, like teaching the nuns, teaching the completely visually impaired people, the handicapped. Well, there was a boy who was completely paralyzed, and I made him walk. I made him become a black belt and do things that almost an able-bodied person cannot do. So I think those are the things that I'm really proud of, the things that I've done to improve the lot of socially and physically backward people and handicapped people or special people. So that is something that I'm very, very proud of. And as an extension, when I complete my life, I can look back and I want to say that, hey, here lived a great teacher and he motivated everybody in the world.
Right.
I want to be a great motivator.
Right. Oh, on that very delightful note, I'd like to say that it's our pride and indeed my pleasure to have been able to talk with you today. And I think you're a great motivator.
And Jen, it's always been an honor to be with you.
Thank you very much indeed, Shihan Hussaini. Well, that's all we have time for here on Reconnect. Remember that this is your channel and we'll be right back with you next week at the same time. Until then, take care. Bye for now.